Tune in. That's why we're doing this online, yeah? That's why we're streaming live via Facebook, commentating for you.
Guys, you can sit comfortably at home.
Yep.
Turn your TV on. And
listen to us chatting.
And yeah, listen to us a little bit, but mostly you are here to see.
Maybe we can present some interesting insights into the event.
We'll try to add something.
We'll try,
yeah. Us, yes. You've been route setting as well, so you can drop in some hints for the boulders that we're gonna see.
Do we have a way of communicating with our audience?
No way, they can't hear us.
No, I mean, but can they post questions actually? They could, right? If you post a question on Facebook, we most definitely should be able to see it.
We can get them involved, maybe if they're watching.
Yeah, if you're watching and if you have some particular questions, I mean.
Or maybe you can't hear us properly, or there's some technical difficulties,
exactly.
Just let us know. Guys, we're jumping now into the presentation of the finalists. We'll have top 6 men and top 6 women that's gonna compete for the big prize, big money prize as well in that comp. Mostly international competitors in the final, which
yeah, among male field is dominated by climbers from outside of Poland. Among women, it's represented a little bit.
It's almost like
more.
Half, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wait for them to come out, and we'll introduce them as they come along, I guess. And the first woman that we have is Hanna Kozina from Poland. She's 17 years old. 5th place after the semi-final. Daria Brylova from Ukraine.
Yeah, you can hear the cheering in the background.
She's local. She lives in Krakow.
Yeah, definitely.
25 years old.
Very happy to take part in these finals, as you can see. Run onto the mattress, all smiling.
And she's the oldest among the finalists. The average age is super low. It's 18 years old. She's among all of them.
Also very experienced. Okay, Maya Oleksy.
The youngest. 15 years old.
Also very experienced.
Yeah. And we got Maria Lipkowicz from Poland, 17 years old. Next to her is Ayala Karem from Israel, 21 years old. And Barbara Burczyk, the last to compete in the women's final. Also young, 16 years old.
Strongest ladies after the semi-final round, which took part yesterday. When were the semis?
Semis were this morning.
This morning, sorry. Yes, it's all a bit of a blur actually.
The whole competition happened over the last 3 days. That Piotr Niżnik.
Yes, we're jumping straight to men.
Next to him is Yuri Krasanovs from Latvia. Vyacheslav Krasnoperov from Russia, 22 years old.
Okay, these guys look young, but they certainly know how to pull
we got
hard.
Fedor Samoylov from Ukraine. Edward Gruzitis from Latvia. And Markus Nimrod.
Israel,
and he was the strongest in the semis.
Yep.
The only person that managed to top out all the boulders, and what a style he showed.
Yep.
So that's it. That's the top 6
awesome.
in each category.
So what follows? The observation, yeah?
Yeah, they will have 2 minutes for each boulder. There are 4 boulders in the final. It's a classic World Cup format. If you guys watch IFSC competitions, that's the format that is normally used. 4 boulders. The competitors will have 4 minutes for each boulder and 4 minutes to rest in between. And obviously every try counts. There's a zone and a top. I think at this stage most of you know how the scores are achieved. So we'll take that couple of moments to tell you a bit more about the place, because something to mention, the wall has been built and came to life in July. So it's very young, this wall, less than half a year. And it's definitely one of the best bouldering places at the moment in Poland. And not only the wall, but also the entire area around it. There's a nice cafe.
There's a bakery.
They actually have their
it's
own
not
bakery.
only a cafe, but it's also a bakery. They make their own bread, sourdough bread.
It's probably one of the few
Sweets,
places.
Specialty coffee. Yeah, full package. Well, the competitors, I think they look a bit. So I'm referring to the men right now, but I think they look a bit puzzled. They're not exactly sure what's expected of them, which is good. This is always a good sign because it's not only about execution, but also about reading the sequence. But I think as soon as they jump onto the starting position, they will realize. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
2 minutes, done.
And
On to the next boulder.
They go to the second boulder.
I don't think they had much time to try the bread from the local bakery, right? most of competitors usually follow a pretty strict dietary regime. Only eat at certain times. I'm not sure if bread is.
I wouldn't say it's a rule, but
it's definitely not a rule. Yeah, definitely not a rule. But if you wanna perform well, you have to.
Let's mention, guys, the sponsors as well. One of the main sponsors is the T-Wall. T-Wall actually manufactured and built that wall that they're gonna be climbing on. But there's a bunch of other sponsors as well that we need to mention, which is Black Diamond, the brewery, Trzech Kumpli, that's a Polish brewery.
Delicious beer.
Also the drinks on lemon, as well as Tricamp, Szkoła Wspinania, and the website wspinania.pl, which is one of the biggest climbing portals in Poland. So huge thanks for their involvement.
Yes, it's absolutely vital to have sponsors because it's just such a big job.
Without help from the side, those events would never have occurred. So this is always great to have companies that want to get involved in such events.
Yeah. It's only possible thanks to them, really.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to pull off such a big event without having a few sponsors.
Apart from the sponsors, there's also a big group of people that organize those events. Not to mention routesetters, you were one of them, but there's 11 routesetters involved in setting.
Yes, that's correct.
All the rounds throughout the competition, because the competition actually took part in two. We mentioned that before, but there's a category, the pro category, and also the relax category, where boulders are slightly easier. But obviously, majority of those 800 people were taking part in the relax category. Now they progressed to boulder number 4 already. And as soon as the observation finishes, they will go back to the isolation zone just behind the wall. And a few minutes later, we will welcome the first climbers. They will be climbing at the same time, men and women. So the first to come out will be Hanna Kozina from Poland, as well as Piotr Niżnik. Piotr is from Bełchatów. Quite young, 18 years old.
All of them are very young.
Yeah, he already achieved quite a lot in 8Cs routes outside, as well as the Polish national team, youth Polish national team, and he's been competing on the Polish circuit for a while already, for a couple of years. But it's definitely a huge achievement to get into the final as the only pole. The component that he's climbing in is big.
And he's only stopped being a junior, right?
Yeah, he's young.
Is this his first season as a senior?
Not sure about that, but he's 18 years old, so.
I saw him competing in juniors champs, and that was last year. Well, he won.
We can mention. Oh, you won. Okay. And now they are
onto the number 4.
Okay, so now they're going to number 4.
Yeah.
This morning we had semi-final round, so the qualifications, the pro qualifications were yesterday. Yesterday and Thursday. There were groups that you could choose from. But the best top 20s from the qualies went to the semis. That happened this morning, which turned out to be quite a difficult round.
Yes, it was a difficult round. Only one competitor, and that's Marcus. Topped
Marcus
all 4
was the only
blocks,
one to top out everything, but
and actually topping one boulder granted
boulder
you a place in the final.
Exactly, was enough to secure the place in the final.
Yeah. So that was for the men, and among women we had 2 4 tops.
Yeah, then 1 3 and 2 tops, and the last 2 girls had.
So it was a little bit more spread out among women. So we can expect a bit more.
But you can't deny that was a hard round.
Even level among women. Well, we'll see.
So they were watching number 4 now. Yes. After the event, there will be a huge party, which we would like to invite everyone to stay. Obviously, if you're watching it online, you won't be able to attend, and there will be no streaming.
Well, you don't know. Maybe we have some locals that couldn't make it into the building. But
that's actually a good idea, because when you think about it,
chilling outside in the car.
The crowd. I actually spoke myself with a few people, which mentioned that when they realized how many people actually intend to come and watch it live, they were hesitating whether to actually stay
whether
at
they
home,
will even
stay
make
at home and watch the stream. Because you will get better camera views, to be honest.
Definitely, yeah.
Other than you would be just stuck somewhere in the crowd.
But you don't exactly get to feel the vibe, yeah? Like, if it's a room full of people that are getting super excited at the same time, you can get kind of carried away with the flow, and that's always amazing. Why is he jumping to that hold? He's not, like, there's a guy in a suit trying how good a hold on the boulder is, like...
That's my hanier, so...
Yeah, alright. What? So he has a license, yeah?
Yeah, he can. And nobody.
But can he really do whatever he wants, or just
no, maybe not.
or just get away with a lot?
Probably can get away with a lot. Yeah. There's a line somewhere.
Okay, I'm not going to ask who draws the line.
The main judges of the competition is Adrian Chmiała and Piotr Schab, which happens also to be the co-owners of the wall, which is great. And the commentary inside, live, is being done by Piotr Bunch and Norbert Nowak. So
oh my god, these guys have such a hard job to do.
Yeah, dude.
We're just sitting comfortably with headphones on our heads.
Yeah, in a quiet room.
In a quiet room.
Guys, we welcome...
And they have to cheer everyone up. Okay, so that's the first competitor, man. Piotr Niżnik.
Guys, boulder number 1.
Yeah.
Piotr Niżnik.
He looks very focused. He just wants to kill this boulder. Okay.
And we're gonna get a glimpse of Hanna Kozina somewhere next to him. We'll see if we're gonna be able to... Yes, there's Hanna Kozina on the left.
Okay.
So tell me about boulder number 1, because you as a part of route setting team, can you tell me anything about what was intended?
Well, yeah, so it's 230?
I was looking at this blue men's boulder number 1, and the first thing that came to my head was like the way the volume, the blue volume is put on the wall. There's no friction at all. So
there is no friction on it, and that's crucial. On this type of sequence, it's crucial to have no friction on the wall. And actually, the boulders are corresponding, men and women, because both. Okay, so that's a burnt go. Both problems are set with dual texture holds, and as far as women are mostly holding onto the grippy side of the hold, the men really have to use the slippery side of the hold. Okay. And there is a specific way of making it to the bonus hold, and well, I really hope that they will execute it the way we had. Yes. So he knows what's expected of him. So he's trying.
He has an idea what needs to be done.
Yeah. Hanna, well, so men's one is a quick one. You have to generate a lot of power, build up a bit of balance.
But that's what's usually expected, that the first boulder is usually the easiest among the entire round.
Yes. Or at least it's intended to be.
Yeah. Hanna is slowly progressing to the zone hold. She will be awarded the zone, I guess. Probably we'll see that.
Yeah, look like that.
Unfortunately, hopefully we'll see the live results as well on the screen. I'm not sure if she was awarded.
I mean, she was fairly stable in the position, so I'm guessing she got it.
Piotr keeps trying the first move. Which is clearly coordination move.
It's pure coordination.
It doesn't
yes.
look like
I mean,
it requires enormous strength. It's more like a get your body into a swing.
Okay, so Hannah's losing the left foot. Oh, that wasn't stable.
Yeah, she.
Yes, I did think about that. Only now, sitting in the quiet room, I realized the boulders are kind of going in the same direction, which, well, is.
Are they close to each other?
Well, they bumped into each other right now on the mat, so it's. Well, yes, there is potential risk in this. Yeah,
okay.
Cool. He's stuck the
We got
move.
some progress here.
Nice. Well, so as you can see, he stands on the slippery side of the
and
hold.
that's a bit tricky because you need to be.
What is he going
Now
to
he
do?
needs to
What is he going? Yes, he got
nice,
that. Very nice top.
He read it perfectly.
Yes, he read it. It's it was a pure commitment move. It wasn't very hard, but it required a lot of commitment
But like you
of
said,
the competitor.
You need to commit. Those usually the first boulders and tend to be tricky. And
It is really to get your brain cells going,
Yeah.
isn't it?
get into.
Yeah, you
the
just your
feel of the
neurons have to
final.
start snapping, and like as soon as you bagged in the top, and
No, he's coming back to isolation now, like
Yes.
fully charged,
Yes.
and ready for the next boulder, which is helpful. She keeps
okay. Well, the rollover seems to be
falling
hard.
in the same spot.
She is falling. I have a feeling she's not exactly reading the sequence right, and I have a feeling that she hasn't really changed her method that much, right?
Yeah, she keeps
So she
doing
tries
it the same way.
She tries to use it as a gaston, but I'm pretty sure it's intended for the
What?
left hand instead of the
So
right.
you can go across.
So it's a rollover. Yeah. It only the hold, the zone hold only is good when your body is past
so
it
you
to the
guess you
right.
should go with the right first and just match the hold with the left.
Unless I'm getting it wrong.
I guess so. That's what I would do. I would go dynamic
So-
with the right hold. There's a the time's up, so she will
Time is up.
go behind the wall now, and right now we'll see Juris Krasanovs from Latvia together with
And
Daria
Daria
Brilova.
Brilova. Cool. Well, so we have a show going. Yeah, always smiling.
There she is.
Focused. Definitely focused.
She's been. It seems like she's been forever on the Polish bouldering scene. It's been a while.
All right.
She's only 25 as well when you think about it. Yuri Krasanovs
Okay. Burns a go.
trying to get a feel of the first move.
Yeah. So it's the trick with the men's one. It's pardon. It's easy to get, but not on your first try. Oh,
Unless you.
Okay. Well, that looks like a funny mistake.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, that was much closer. Okay, so that's go number 2. I think Yuri's is going to get it this try, and
He might do a third go, the first.
yeah,
one.
I think he will get the top on
Because-
his third try.
With those coordination moves, very often your body tends to learn
Yes.
the movement, and once you learn it, it seems easy.
Yes.
Like, it just clicks, and it seems like that was.
And there are moves which you can easily repeat. Like once you do them, you can do them every single time you try. And there are different moves that are very hard to repeat.
But on the other hand,
Okay, well, that has...
the class of the best competitors is the ability to read it on your first go. Just
Yes,
you
and
see
it's
it and you
it's
just do it.
really interesting
And-
to see some competitors before they actually attempt performing a move. You can see that they're trying different ways of doing it. So if it's a swing, if it's a coordination jump, they will try 3 or 4 different body positions before they let go of the starting hold and actually attempt
Yeah.
the climb. Which
Because
in my
it's a risk.
opinion, it's a risk.
If you want to
yes,
flash,
I mean,
if you want to
yes,
flash the
of
boulder, you
course.
need to choose the optimal way of doing it.
Yes, by all means. And
the
as
e-
soon
at
as
the
you
end
let go of the hold, your go is on.
At the end of the competition, it might be crucial.
Yes.
The goes and you can lose the first spot or the podium just before.
Okay,
because
Daria is
of one
making
try.
progress on the boulder.
So we'll see if she will read it correctly. She's trying this way, but that's not going to be possible. She needs to match this hold and go dynamically to the right one and grab your body with the left, I guess.
What's very unintuitive for the competitors is, I think, it's standing on the slippery side of the dual texture hold.
Yeah.
Because the tiny foothold is a little bit too far to the right. Oh,
Jurek
that's a
keeps
pity.
trying.
Yeah.
Not sure how many attempts he already made, but
Yeah, I mean,
Quite a lot.
they don't take too much time, so you can have one after another. And you don't get too
yeah,
tired.
you don't get too tired. It's
Come on.
the climbing really starts
Oh.
after he gets the first move.
Yeah.
So that's why he's
Oh, he's getting hyped now.
he's getting hyped. Now
Yes!
he's got it.
Nice. Okay, so it's a zone.
And let's see if he's
What
gonna
is he?
read.
Oh, blood on the right elbow.
He's
What
gonna,
is he going to do about that last move?
Is he gonna?
Is he going to read it?
No, he's trying to do the
Yes,
the physical way.
we tried it during the testing, but it wasn't very nice.
Nice
Yes,
one.
the top hold is very good. It's a very good
Okay.
undercling. So
So
as
at
soon
least
as you
there's-
get it, yes.
So there's no surprise.
No, as soon
There's
as
a
you get
slow
it, you're
further.
not letting go. I mean, you have to control your body, but it's the commitment part. It's
No,
not the staying on the wall that's hard. It's the commitment.
Look at this.
Yes.
This idea. This,
So she trusted the foot
This-
enough. Okay, she's making it.
That seems promising.
Yeah, yes. So she stood on the slippery side of the
Yeah.
hold.
Which required.
Yeah, go on,
Which
go on,
required,
come on.
a
No
bit of-
hesitation.
Nice
Yes.
one.
Fantastic, okay.
We got a first stop in the women's category.
Yes.
Daria Brylova topping out boulder number 1.
In some attempts, she was running out of time actually, so I think it's good that she
So
did it.
the left foot was key.
I think
putting
it
high
was the
and,
right one, wasn't it?
I mean, right one on the slippers.
Right one on the slippery, left
Yeah.
foot on the yes. Right.
So we got a changeover. On the left, Maja Alexy from Tarnów. She's the youngest among the finalists. And Vyacheslav Krasnoperov from Russia. Vyacheslav is his full name, but I know that he's being called Slava, simply. He lives in Warsaw at the moment. He does route setting at the Vault.
And he speaks fluent Polish, yeah?
Does he? Maybe.
I heard him speak Polish.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't chat to him, but
Hey, he didn't waste time. He just
No.
jumped on the wall straight
but
away.
he looks to me he looks a little bit too hyped for this type of task. You have to be. It's a tricky one. You have to
Yeah.
be delicate.
I know exactly
you
what you
cannot.
mean.
Yes, you cannot just storm onto the hold. You have to stay composed and do it. Not too much power.
He's already gave like 5 attempts. That's- Sometimes it just helps take a deep breath.
And Maya is still on her flash attempt. Yeah.
Maya is
She
doing
hasn't.
extremely well. Yes.
Yes.
And that.
Oh. Okay. Good. Well, they haven't met
Yeah.
on the wall, which is
Very
calming.
nice.
Nice. Beautiful
Maya
flash.
Alexy
Yes.
flashing boulder number 1.
And
Great
Slava
effort.
still figuring out the first tricky sequence. So it's obviously a decision to make, yeah? Like two competitors wasted a few attempts to get the first move done, and as soon as they got to the zone, they committed and they executed the last move, and scored the top as well. And obviously there is this discussion whether a boulder should only include like a single difficulty, and this is, I guess, this is the example of such a problem that once you make it
you
through.
Think in the men's or women?
I'm referring to the men's. Yes. I mean, with women's, it's definitely a lot more complex.
So you reckon the last move, it's not super hard? It's more like...
No, it's not very hard.
Okay.
I would be surprised to see...
Someone fall from
yes,
there. Okay.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's
but
it's the
still,
first boulder.
yes, you can. If you make a tiny mistake, you can still lose a goal. And
but it's number one.
It actually takes them quite a while to figure it out. I mean, no one has done it quick so far.
Yeah.
All of them needed. All of the men climbers needed.
And the clock is ticking down, you know.
Yes,
so he's with every second. He will be getting more and more nervous that he may not.
He is already quite nervous, actually. His footwork is not very precise. I mean, he's not getting the right volume even. Like, you definitely have to step on the volume screwed on top of the volume, not on the base one. And I mean, his feet are kind of kicking in midair, but he's not really getting any friction out of that.
Let's see, 1 minute left for Slava.
Okay. Yes. Bit of frustration on his face.
Yeah, slowly. It's kicking in.
Yeah. I mean,
Slava is 22 years old. I'm just gonna mention some details once he keeps trying. He actually
not enjoying that.
He actually won the competition in the Bronx bouldering competition recently. Very
yes,
nice. So
got it. 40 seconds on the clock, so he's still plenty of time to get it done. What is he going to do? How is he going to commit?
Is he going to commit for the... Yes.
He committed, yes, like I said. All of that. You could see this
it's like you said.
Second of hesitation, but then they just go for it because these guys, they just want to pull and they want to win. I mean, this is really what tells like an average climber like from someone who can potentially win a competition. They hesitate for a sec, but then they just commit.
And you're right, that it's the boulder number one for men. It seems that is going through past the first sequence on the bottom and then the rest. But
I think they all scored a top in a different number of attempts.
Yeah, that's true, and that's
or relatively. I mean, I don't think it's exactly the same. Okay, Maya.
And next we got Maria Lipovic.
Marisha.
Yes, Maria Lipovic.
And Fedir
Samoilov from Ukraine.
Yeah. Well, obviously, each of the climbers appearing on the scene has scored a better result in the previous round.
Yes, Fedir managed to top out 2 boulders in the semis this morning. So he differentiated himself slightly from...
it's fair to expect better and better performance with every climber appearing.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be, yeah.
It would be wise to expect
but
that.
Then again,
you never know.
Climbers also have certain tactics, and I mean, it's hard to really count it, but...
Yeah, different people prefer different style of climbing as well.
But with World Cups, like watching World Cup climbers, it's not always that the strongest is the first one after the semis. Or certainly not after the qualies.
True.
Strong competitors in the quali round usually perform on 70% because they know they can make it to the semis anyway.
True.
And then calculating the semis result is a bit more tricky, so they give a bit more.
Is that Marisha's first go?
Yes. No, sorry, I think she actually lost one try on the starting position. Yes.
Okay. Well, that looks promising for her.
Using her reach. Okay, come on, please. Yeah, not giving up. It's not a very hard position to be in, but I'm guessing stepping out of the isolation zone, and you never know how good or how bad the holds are. That's the tricky part. Yes. Fantastic. She has this very funky way of going back to the mat. Did you ever notice?
No, she's climbing down.
Well, the way Marisha is coming back to the mat after her successful attempt, she like kind of sits down and looks up and looks a bit lost. a lot of the times, and then she kind of like rolls off the mat.
And there's a lot of lights there and the crowd shouting.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
can be a little bit intimidating.
I'm
at
sure it's
times.
intimidating, yes. And being an amazing climber doesn't always make you an amazing like crowd person. And
Exactly.
I'm sure it's hard for many.
And actually coping with that pressure as well from the crowd and from the whole atmosphere of a final. Sometimes,
Determining factor.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
it's
can
a-
be super strong, but
If you get overwhelmed
yeah,
by the
your-
emotions around you,
your performance can be affected to a great extent.
greatly.
You
yes.
may be super strong, but if you just get stressed, you get stressed, or you want too much to do a good result, and
I think it's fair to say I'm one of the examples of those guys. I can perform fairly well in route setting conditions. So I'm able to like test the moves quite well, but I know that if I was to do them during a round, I would be so stressed
yeah.
that
I mean, we have a benefit of a double. We all competed a lot in the past, right?
I competed only a little bit.
No, you haven't competed much.
I haven't competed that much. I've competed for a long time ago. I
Yeah.
competed a few
Okay.
times, but I was never like a keen competitor because I was always getting stressed out.
Okay.
And then years later, I found this profession, which is route setting, and well, I mean, I guess it turned out the competing experience turned out to be enough, but I guess it's different set of skills. 6
Got
seconds on the
7
clock.
seconds. No, it's not going to be enough time for him. So
he could score a zone.
will end up without the top
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Well, happy face
But
still.
there's another 3 boulders, so
Yeah.
it doesn't mean
Doesn't
it's
look
the
too
end,
upset
right?
about it.
Next couple, who's coming out? That's Ayala Kerem. Let's take a good look because she came from Israel and she's very. Sorry, she achieved quite a lot already on the bouldering scene. She won the very famous competition in the UK, QIF, Climbing Works International Festival. So she's got a lot of experience in.
I'm expecting a flash. I'm
Let's-
expecting 2 flashes actually.
Yeah, Edvard Grzyt is from Latvia on the boulder
Edvard
number 1.
he is extremely coordinated. It was a pleasure to watch him in the semis. There was a coordination jump in the overhang, so it was a different boulder, but his body. Okay, so there goes a go. His body feeling was and flow and timing was truly inspiring.
He's,
Just like this,
yeah.
I mean, he just flies across the wall, beautiful.
I'm not sure
Second go.
if you've heard from the room, but I've heard Piotr commenting live that he's the lightest among the finalists. You can see he's
Yeah.
very skinny.
Okay, and
So
he's going to try
trying to do this
yeah,
the hard way, I guess.
down under.
But see,
Yeah.
that's. And
I think he's a bit taller than the rest of them.
So he managed to stay on the lower footstep.
Yeah, well, some could say he cheated us, route setters.
Okay, Ayala Karen flashing. What was that flash? I guess
No, that wasn't
no,
a flash.
Second go.
Yeah,
Okay.
she lost the go somewhere just after getting out of the starting position. But
I mean,
that's a quick top for both of our climbers.
The feeling I'm getting is that this boulders number 1. We're seeing a lot of tops, but maybe different attempts. But the real deal will be the other,
Yes, definitely.
the other 3.
Definitely.
Those boulders, they actually they play the role of, like you said, the warm up. It's a warm up. They're getting into the atmosphere of the final. And the real deal will be a little bit later.
At a certain time, I was actually interested in conducting some sort of research in how the first boulder is affecting the performance of the competitors in the later part of the round.
It definitely affects.
So imagine having an extremely hard number 1.
Yeah.
So that's
It puts you down. Basically.
yes, that's very frustrating for the
Yeah.
competitors,
So it's actually
and
a good.
they lose a lot of juice on that as well.
And confidence.
Yes.
Because you go back to isolation, feeling like, oh my God, I didn't do well, and how am I gonna?
And if the number 1 is an easy top for most of competitors,
they all
I
feel
think
better.
it gives them it gives them a good boost.
Exactly. And that's why probably usually the number ones are like
Yeah.
not as hard.
That's what we usually intend to set. But then what we intend to do and what we achieve
Yeah.
are also sometimes they are
I guess
different
obviously
things.
if you would see like 6 flashes on boulder number 1, that means that
No,
was
that,
a
you don't want
bad
to see
boulder.
that. Yes.
There could be six tops. But
6 tops is
but
fine.
Ideally with different attempts.
Yes.
And that's perfectly fine.
Yes. Or 4 or 5 tops. It's, plenty of tops on number 1 is good. All of the competitors flushing the number 1. That's not a good show. I mean, it doesn't really evoke any emotions, right? Because it just looks too easy.
True. Markus Nimrod.
Yeah, so that's the last couple, isn't it?
He's the last couple of boulder number 1.
These are the 2 guys that were the strongest in the semis round. They both topped.
He's been struggling now for 2 minutes to do the first bit. We'll see if he can manage to stick this dynamic move.
I'm pretty sure he will stick it.
Hopefully. Marcus is only 23 years old, but
Already plenty experience
very
under his belt.
Experience, yes. I have a list here actually. He's been got 6th place in the World Games in Birmingham last year. IFSC World Cup as well, like places around 20.
Has he made it to semis in a World Cup?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Georgia. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Russia is not doing too well on the women's boulder. What's the issue? Seems like the electricity went off. My colleague is off. And the competitors aren't exactly doing that great on these boulders. So we expected them to be the strongest among the 6 and still no top for either of them, which is interesting. Yep, holding on, making progress, that's good. Well, I'm just hoping they are not going to meet somewhere in the middle of the... Yeah, okay. Well, that's a part of the show, isn't it? I mean, a little bit of emotions. Is she giving up? Okay, she has given up. 20 seconds left on the clock, and she realizes she is not going to top that boulder.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you back. Okay,
sorry,
welcome back,
I had
Greg.
to change the batteries.
Good. Okay, whoa, that's a surprise. No top for either of the strongest after the semis.
And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, surprisingly, we got live results now, so we can see where we all are.
Okay. One flash, Maya Oleksy.
Yes, they
Maria
not,
Lipovich and Ayla Kerem, second go, both of them. Okay, well, so clear results after the F1 problem. What about men?
We're probably gonna get them in a moment as well.
Men's boulder.
Unfortunately,
plenty of attempts for a top. Apart from Edwards.
It's actually Edward Gruzitis leads with 2 attempts at the top.
I was actually expecting him to be very successful in that and then do it quickly.
The results are not grouped, so we don't see them in the right order, but we can just analyze the result on the right to figure out who's actually leading at the moment after boulder number 1. So it's Okay, we are back on. There was a short break for the yachts. We already on boulders number 2. Hanna Kozina on the left, Piotr Niźnik on the right. Piotr is currently in the second place after boulder number 1, having topped in 6 attempts. Let's see what the route set is prepared for boulders number 2. You can see the style of the boulder is already very, very different from the boulder number 1 in the men's category. Requires smaller holes, more powerful, more strength, I guess, than boulder number 1. We'll see in a moment a little bit more of boulder number 1 once we get the better camera view. You can see the dynamic move. Oh, it's like a double jump. Piotr taking another attempt on boulder number 2. I was just saying, Kuba, about the different styles. You can clearly see the different style of the boulder.
Yes, now it's getting a lot more physical.
Exactly.
Yeah, for the men, I found that problem hard.
Have you tried that?
No, this was actually...
Who said that?
This was set on... Yeah, we had a little organizational change.
Oh, let's hold on, because
Cool.
Hanna just...
Okay, so she sent the dyno. Will she have... Yeah. Sticking the dyno, and now she is making into it... she's progressing into the very demanding part of the boulder. I was absolutely unable to fit into that box.
The mantle?
Yes, the mantle is set by a lady. Olga set it. She set it the female size.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
She managed to do that.
Great, okay.
Very well
36
done.
seconds before the time runs out. And
that's
for
really
men,
good effort from Hanna. That puts her in a good position.
okay, so
for the rest of the competition.
sent the problem after sticking the dyno, yeah?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, so she top and zone are the same go. Okay.
But she lost a few attempts.
Yeah.
On the
I
first
mean,
bit.
36 seconds left on the clock, so it's running a bit tight. 4-minute flat format, no time extra.
Okay, we got Feder, not Feder, sorry. Yuri Krasanovs now coming out, and Daria Brylova.
Czy będzie brylować?
We'll see if she will shine.
I'm sure she will. I'm sure she will
on
shine.
The
Yeah.
number 2.
Yeah.
I did mention, guys, a big group of routesetters involved in this competition. I'll maybe mention their names as well. The chief routesetter for this competition is Olga Romanowski, very well known on the Polish scene. He's been called the Pope of route setting in Poland.
He's not very fond of that nickname, I must say.
I know, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
You know?
But he really is the Pope of setting.
Usually nicknames are not.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to like your nickname. Apart from Olo, who was a chief route setter, there's Piotr Suder, Kuba Jurek, Olga Niemiec, Krzysztof Szalacha, Tadeusz Sługocki, Piotr Czarnecki, Kasprzyk, Jacek Kaczanowski, Piotr Schab, and Piotr Smaroń. That's a big group of people.
Krystian Markiewicz?
And Krystian Markiewicz as well. Yes. And it took them quite a while to prepare all the rounds. But look, Yuri Krasanovs is doing a wonderful progress on boulder number 2, and it looks like he's getting very close.
It's getting hard. This is a hard boulder.
Not in this round, and you can see on his face that it wasn't very pleasant, those crimps.
No, it's just a weird way of expressing pleasure.
Oh, maybe he likes it.
I mean, climbers.
But you can see that that was
climbers
painful.
take pleasures in doing very odd things. So if it's painful, a lot of the times they will come off a boulder and they will say yes, it was painful, but I really enjoyed it.
But I enjoyed it, yeah.
Something along the lines of something that's absolutely beyond comprehension for someone who is not
And
a
see
climber.
Dashka on the dynamic.
She's gonna stick it very soon, I think.
That's as far as I remember. She always liked the dynamic moves.
So it's a style switch now, yeah, because the number ones were fast for the men
Yeah,
and
exactly.
slow for the ladies, and now it's the other way around. Like the men have to pull hard on small holds, and the ladies just have to jump.
Indeed, yes.
We had a feeling like the final round is actually quite versatile. I mean, I'm not going to be stealing the show for you guys. I will let you draw your own conclusions, but I think we achieved quite a nice variety and different styles of climbing.
That's how it should be. That's the
always
idea.
ideal. Yes, that's
I mean,
the
if
idea.
you're supposed to choose the winner, I mean, it should be an all-round winner
Absolutely,
Right.
by all means.
who will top out most of the boulders in less attempts. And as long as the boulders are different styles,
And the
that-
boulders should test different styles,
Yeah.
sets of skills.
then you can assume that he's the
Yes.
most all-rounded climber. You can see the
It's
footsteps are not great
Such
there
a
as
tricky
well.
position. It's very difficult. Like the blue foothold is hidden and it's bad, and the position is very awkward. And Yuris is actually quite a tall guy, so it's a very compressed position for him. And the left foot should stay on the tiny foothold. Dashka was close.
And
She's working it out, but yes. Sorry, I thought she was giving up for a second.
45 seconds. Yuri is giving up on this boulder. He's probably saving some skin and energy for the next. Sometimes
It's
actually
the
a wise
energy.
decision as well.
Yes, but I think it's mostly the energy because the holds have very.
And I guess he must have felt that he's not going to be able to do
I
it.
mean, yeah, the problem was that he had a very good go and then he couldn't recreate the same. She just couldn't make it to the same high point of the boulder.
Dashka is
Come
asking
on,
for some
Dashka.
support
Oh.
from the crowd. That's very close.
Yeah, it's getting close, but
But that's 8 seconds. I don't think it's going to be enough, even if she
Yeah.
catches the jump. Not for her.
what a pity. Still smiles, all smiles. That's good. On to the next couple.
Maya Oleksy right now.
Oh,
will come
Maya
out.
is going to eat it for breakfast, man.
Let's see.
Let's see.
not
Let's-
jinx it.
yes,
and
of course.
Slava Krasnoperov on the right. I'm amazed about the amount of people inside. It's been a while since a climbing competition attracted so many people around, and I'm telling you, I mean, the expectations towards this competition and the sort of vibe that it's gonna happen, it's coming, it's getting closer, was massive. Big round of invitations over the past couple of weeks. People from all over Poland came over. And 800 competitors, that's quite a lot, considering the Polish scene. Not
I
too
mean,
many-
they are actually fighting for some serious money, aren't they?
Oh yeah, we didn't mention actually the prize money, which is the highest in bouldering history in Poland. There's like 5,000 euros in total to be handed out to the winners. Top 3 spots in men and women. The winners will
Look at this guy.
bag 1,500 euros each. Second place is 750 and 250 euros for the third spot. So that amounts to total 5k, which is amazing.
That is a lot. And I'm sure the sponsors
Yeah,
helped
the
to
sponsors.
achieve that. Yes,
Look
Maya.
what she just did. She
Yeah.
just didn't
Control.
go for a double. She
Full
just stick
control, go on, mantle.
And that's the
Probably quite
test.
stable in these
This
positions.
is a test of flexibility as well.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
need to
as a
open-
boulderer,
Yeah, you
a
need to open
mantle
your
is
hip,
something that you did 100 of times.
but she's
right?
doing it superbly well. Look, no
Yes,
problem at
okay.
all.
Fantastic. So a relatively quick top for Maya.
And I can't help the feeling that this boulder is so powerful, but Slava just looks casual on it. Look
Yeah.
at. And
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's a very hard block, but these guys are very good in this style. Like, it's putting the thing that they are good at to test.
yeah,
So this is what they should look like on it.
but he's got into that position twice already, and it seems to be an impossible position to release the feet. We'll see. Maybe it's a matter of holding the holds.
It could be done, yes.
Yeah?
You can cut
Okay.
loose
Okay.
on the pinches, then reposition your feet, put them
There's,
back on the
there's
wall.
only a thumb, right? On the
There
right
is a
hand.
thumb on the volume, but the
Okay.
volume is
It's fairly
holdable. I mean, you can't really judge it in terms of being good or bad because the finalists of such a big comp are kind of beyond comprehension of like what is good or what is bad. All of these holds are bad. All of
Okay.
the holds are bad. All of the positions are hard.
Well, that's how
Obviously.
it should be.
Yes, but then you kind of get into the gradation of very bad,
I'll-
desperately bad.
I will cut you here.
And impossible,
Are we going to see a
yes.
top on this boulder number
Yes.
2? Are we going to see a top?
I'm
you
sure we
think?
will see a top. We wouldn't like to see too many tops because ultimately we have to
Yeah.
get a result, and this is the prime reason for the boulders to be on the wall is to showing who is the strongest.
Also, from my experience as a route setter back in the days, has anything changed? But usually number 2 is the hardest. Is that still the way that you guys said that the number 2? I mean that should like the most powerful and that requires. They already warmed up after boulder number
Yes.
1, and now it's the time to test their strength and the level, the limit they can go to.
this would actually
And the
sound
third and
right,
fourth,
yeah.
the third and fourth, obviously they hard, but they should be different styles,
They are different
less
styles.
powerful,
Mhm.
maybe testing different abilities. But
Mm-hmm.
usually the number 2 is like, if you do number 2, that should help you. He's giving up number 2.
Yeah. I mean, he had some really good tries on it, and got there on his second go, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if that was the flash, but-
the moves were very powerful. So you could see that the late attempts,
Yeah, I mean, there is only this many
like
good
serious,
quality, serious attempts you
attempts.
can have on such a hard boulder.
exactly, you do
Yeah,
2 or
definitely.
3, and if you're not going to top it out in 2 or 3 goes, you
Yes.
should maybe consider saving the energy for the next ones that you could maybe flash. And if you just keep
Yes.
going, and then it's just going
Absolutely.
to spiral down. And Maria Lipkovic now on the dynamic move on the left, and Fedir Samoilov. I was watching Fedir in the semi-final, and he impressed me with the strength and the way he climbs.
I think he's a
You
very,
can see
very
that's like you said, the body position here is not
complete
super
climber.
comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, you're holding on to two pretty
Yeah, the
bad
way-
underclings
the way he
and
crimps
standing
that.
on a very slopey volume with relatively little friction. And now, yeah,
Wow.
they're actually not.
Oh, he likes the crimps as well. Look, he's also
looks like,
like-
he's going through
it's
some
like
suffering.
Yuri's,
It's
yeah.
nice. It's a nice
just
experience.
for a short moment. And
I mean, what's probably worth mentioning is that the blue holds, apart from the underclings are in cutting,
the rest of the holds are.
but
are
the
not.
friction is almost non-existing. It's a dual texture hold, so you can't really press with your thumb.
Okay.
The surface of the hold is obviously small. I mean, the holes are small. They're slightly in cutting, but the pores on the holds are quite small. It's a very fine texture, very fine.
Yeah.
So they have little friction and require you to pull hard. And as long as much as the first set of holds, the underclings are slightly in cutting, the direct crimps in the upper part of the boulder are actually just slopey, non-in-cutting edges. So they're more like tiny slopers, which might give you a little idea of how hard the upper part of the boulder is. And then the last thing you hold on to is the edge of the volume without any defined edge. I mean, it has a defined edge, but it's certainly not positive. And you only have a little thing Yeah, okay, that's close.
Let's see if Feder can achieve the top on that one. He hasn't. He's got a zone now. No, he's not going to be awarded a zone, fortunately.
And as for the women's, I think the trick is to generate enough momentum, but not too much. So the trick with jumps, like with dynamic movements in a competition, is like you have to travel between holds, but having too much force, kicking too hard or pulling too hard with your arms, it often just drives you past the hold.
Yeah, you need to use just about right the strength and that's what differentiates the best climbers and the best competitors. They just do just enough.
Have a feeling, right?
Yeah, and ability to flash hard boulders, that's the key, right?
Ability to flash hard boulders. I mean,
yeah, I mean it's a skill.
There are very little competitors who can not waste any tries in the round.
I used the wrong words. I would say ability to read hard boulders is key.
And eliminate mistakes.
And then obviously you execute.
Yes.
Exactly what needs to be done and what the route setters intended. And we actually had a perfect example of that in the semis on the boulder number 2. That looks a bit confusing at the beginning, but then you watch the Marcus Nimrod, just a casual walk on this boulder. He used all the holds the way they should be used, and it felt like, oh my God, this guy is climbing 6A.
Well, I mean, he has the advantage of being ridiculously strong, right?
Yeah.
But
still, he read the problem perfectly.
Yes. But it's misleading. Watching someone who is very, very strong climbing hard, they look like they're not even trying, and that's kind of key. Because if you look like you're trying hard, oftentimes you're just not going to get it.
True. Ayala Kerem on the left. She's clearly
but she did what we were talking about
to win in this competition. Let's see if any of the Polish girls can get into the way.
Yeah, but did you see how she kind of
did that so
the
easily?
Swing?
Yes.
On the first hold?
Look, Edward
easy flash.
Edward Brudzitis,
easy flash for Ayala.
He can top this out. And I have a feeling that he's able to do that. If she grabs that. Now you said it's possible to cut loose.
That's exactly what he did. Yeah. Can't really see it from this angle, but he is cutting loose and trying to reposition the feet.
He managed to put the feet on the footstep. Now he just needs to match it. Look at that.
And the top hold is very
nice.
good. Okay, fantastic.
Great effort, Edwards. Oh, this is gonna be
good
super
timing as well. It's
super
the best
heavy
when competitors top in a similar time span.
And that speeds up the competition a little bit because they both gone to the isolation zone, and we are welcoming the last couple, Barbara Burczyk and Marcos Nimrod.
Okay, so Edwards has
the best competitors after the semis.
Edwards has 2 tops in 3 attempts.
He flashed boulder number 1, did he?
He sent it second go.
Okay, he flashed this one, you said?
And he flashed this one. Unless I missed something, but
we'll see.
He was on the top hold
we'll get the
like
results
a minute.
in a moment.
Yes.
They will show us the results after the second boulder, so we'll see. Guys, Marcus Nimrod, boulder number 2.
And Basia Burczyk.
Barbara Burczyk. That was a casual try on the women's side, and now let's see if Marcos has.
Well, she's in a different headspace after failing on the number 1. We might actually watch her performance during this comp.
Look at Marcos Nimrod. That's the skill of flashing hard boulders? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's the skill of being.
Is he gonna be? Look,
insanely
he's not even.
He didn't place the toe hook.
He did place the toe hook on the move to the crimp, and then he released the toe hook. I'm just worried whether he can reach this far move to the right. He's one of the shorter climbers this final. But on the other hand, he's super strong.
We will find out within 2
Yeah.
minutes and 50 seconds. Jacek Kaczanowski brushing the holds for Marcus, one of the route setters,
Okay.
who's brushing for
Route setters
Basia.
are those. I always keep repeating that whenever I comment on the streams. That route setters are those.
shadows.
Yeah, it's like very important people but hidden in the shadows. Because without proper route setting, the competition would never take place, and we wouldn't be able to watch spectacular moves on the wall or those moments when all the winning happens and it's all down. What I'm trying to say is that the best organized event can be totally ruined by the bad route setting.
Yes, it's
And,
quite a big
And
responsibility.
the great
that-
route setting
Yes.
can make a poor competition a great competition.
Yes.
That's what I meant. And look,
Come on, Marcus.
Marcus Nimrod
Oh,
helping
that's
out boulder number
intense. Okay, there's so much self-confidence.
2. No, guys, that's we are getting
awesome.
some more information now. We're halfway in this final, and we can already see who's. I'm getting the feeling that could be between Marcus and Edwards, the fight for the first place. But honestly, everything can change still. We are halfway. So let's come back to this discussion after boulder number 3.
Yeah, I mean, 2 men have 2 tops.
They haven't awarded the score for Marcus yet.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't know what happened, but they need to update the scores,
Yes,
guys.
they definitely have to update the top.
What you're seeing
the
now
scorecard.
is not correct.
But we've seen Edward stopping 2 boulders.
Yeah, they haven't updated Marcus' score for some reason. I don't know. We'll probably get the correct score.
But Marcus
after the
actually
next
scored
changeover.
his top. Okay, are we back?
Yes, we're
we
back.
Are back to number 3.
Boulders number 3 in front of us. Piotr Niżnik back on the mats, and Hanna Kozina on the left. So let's see what the routesetters prepared here.
Okay.
Kuba, tell me more about those boulders.
I mean, I will tell you more when we have seen.
But who set them?
Who set them?
Well, tell
the
me
team.
a bit more about Tell me a bit more about the route setting procedures in this competition. You were like divided into different teams, or you were setting together, or each person was.
Well, it was relatively easy to divide the tasks in the beginning, because we had a team of 4 people responsible for the harder part of the round. So 4 people were setting semi-finals and the finals.
Okay.
And we had each round 8 boulders to set. So as it's easy to count, we had to set 2 boulders per head.
Okay.
But this is pretty much where the mathematics end. And obviously, there
it's
is
like
a person.
common job. You sort of work together.
This kind of task division is common, and then.
But I can imagine that the route setter,
she's wearing tape, bro. She's wearing tape. She is gonna have
on the fingers.
She is going to have hard time with holding on to that volume.
But coming back to the route setting, I would expect that at this stage it would be organized in a way that a certain route setter gets assigned a boulder in a certain place, and you come up with the idea, you put it on the wall, and then the entire team sort of works around it to make it.
Yes, pretty much.
To make it perfect.
Much. I mean,
so the idea is it comes from one head, but then it's sort of tweaked slightly so it works.
And it's not obviously it's not very efficient to have all team members working all problems. So if, for instance, one draft of a problem is set close to working, then it's enough for one person to have a look at it, introduce certain tweaks.
And then obviously chief route setter at the end just gives a go.
Yes, chief route setter has a big responsibility, and if, for instance, if he sees that the author of the draft is doing well on it and he looks like he should on the moves, then he might just say, okay, let's leave it for now. The testers, we actually received a lot of help from Piotr, Schab, who was testing the boulders for us.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's a big international competition. We are route setters, we are not competitors. We don't really have the opportunity to train as much as these young guns do these days, you know. So
and the more you obviously the more you set and the more you set international comps, you sort of have the idea of what's capable, what they are capable of.
A lot of this revolves around competition. Experience.
So that requires a lot of experience.
Eye assessment. So I don't necessarily have to be able to perform every single move on the boulder that I was setting.
But you can judge that it can be done.
But it's important
to be able to do that.
Yes, it's important to know that this is close, and then we have a tester coming in, and then we tweak it to make it perfect. And as always with a big variety of tasks to do. Sometimes you're closer, and it doesn't take so much attention and work to make it perfect. But sometimes, you know, the draft was far away from being perfect, and then it is going to consume a lot of the team's time.
But that's hence there's so many people involved.
But this is exactly how this works.
Yeah.
And
but coming back to the difficulty and the style of the boulders, you can see that again the versatility of the problems. It's happening. Boulders number 3 are different again, style-wise. You can see more technical footwork on the boulders number 3 for men.
Men's boulder number 3 is very insecure. It's extremely insecure from the starting position.
We'll see the second couple now coming out. Jurek Krasanovs, Daszka Brylowa.
Daszka, czy ty masz jeszcze troszkę skóry, żeby powalczyć na tym balderze?
Guys, if you're joining us right now, maybe you haven't been watching it since the beginning. You're watching the finals of the Mood Masters competition 2023. Huge event that played out over the last 3 days, and we have big final right now, which will be followed by the huge after party after the prize winning ceremony. And like I mentioned, big event, more than 800 people took part. A lot of international guests came over, people from Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Latvia, I don't know how many other countries, but I'm sure that there was someone from Netherlands as well.
Yeah, we
people
haven't
from,
really attracted that many climbers from the western part of Europe.
Yes, less from the western part of Europe, more from the eastern part of Europe, but still...
A lot of them actually live in Poland, right?
Some of them live in Poland, yes.
Some of them, yeah.
But still, that gives us the international feel of the comp, which is great. And I'm sure you could see that. I mean, in the men's final, there's only one pole.
In the men's final, yes.
So we can clearly say that it's an international competition.
That sight of frustration on his face. He is.
But left foot is just a.
He is not having a good time as long as he doesn't actually get on the wall. And I'm sure that if he sends the boulder, he will consider it one of his greatest.
Crimping the nails now. I mean, how small?
Yeah,
how small is this?
How small is it?
He was crimping the footstep.
No, he wasn't.
Is that the hold?
He was actually crimping the outside edge of a non-existing hold.
Okay.
So it's like digging his nails underneath the edge of the hold. That's what he was doing.
Wow.
But it's a slab. It's a slab, and these guys have very strong fingers, and the extension of your strong fingers are your nails. And if it's a slab, you will do it. I mean, you know, it's not like you need that much support because you know how to use your feet. But the problem
I'm watching the live results now after 2 boulders, and what I missed is that Markus Nimrod didn't manage to secure a zone on boulder number 1.
He didn't.
So he's already behind people that managed to top out number 1, but didn't do the hard one, which he did. So we get already into this mathematics of the competition, and the further we get in the final round, there's some...
Okay, there is discussion about the starting position, which Yuri's wasn't
properly
taking.
The room for error will be smaller and smaller as we progress to boulder number 4 now, because, for example, Markus, if he wants to win it, he should do well on this boulder. He needs to do well on this boulder.
Well, I mean, he hasn't scored a zone, so he has to top.
Zero score for boulder number 1, so he's already a little bit behind because people topped out boulder number 1, and there's like 3 of them or 4.
I mean, men's slow slab number 3 is so far proving to be extremely hard
very technical.
boulder.
How bad is that volume?
It's bad. I mean,
almost vertical.
It's fair to say that all footholds are bad in this final, all handholds are bad, all positions are hard, and all boulders are very demanding.
Welcome to Mood Masters final.
Yes.
No pleasant climbs.
But a lot of these competitors, they have experience in international competitions. Yes, like a lot of them competed in World Cups.
If you want to win, you need to pull hard, and you need to do something that other people are not able to do.
Yes, and you have to do your best.
And this is the only way of winning. No, how do you say this? This saying, no free breakfast, something, no free lunch.
No, certainly no free lunch for these guys here. We received plenty of free food while setting for this comp.
Guys, we need to mention that the organization of this entire competition is extraordinary. I mean, the amount of people involved and the way that we actually, myself, I don't live in Krakow, but the way they greet us here and they treat us as people that are involved in this competition in many different ways. It's amazing. Honestly, we feel very welcomed here, and not only routesetters, but me myself.
No, it's a bonkers
everyone.
Undertaking. I mean, a lot of people get credit for organizing comps, and routesetters, like even we remain in the shade. We get a lot of credit, but we have to say that there are plenty of people who don't receive that credit because they act in even
shade.
deeper shade than us, and like, I mean, imagine receiving hundreds of phone calls with people asking you, "Hey, sorry, how do you do this? Where do you get that? How do you plug into this electricity thing?" You know, it's
Yeah,
a huge
guys,
project,
huge.
and you have to coordinate actions of so many different people. That good go on Slava's behalf.
So I'll take
Very
this
good.
moment to, guys, big, huge thanks definitely for Adrian Chmiała and Piotr Schab, but also Piotr Smaroń.
Definitely,
As,
yeah,
one of
definitely.
the main organizers of this event. But there's also many people that I can't even mention here because I don't know their names, and there's so many of them, amazing girls. at the
There is a girl who
reception,
goes
at
by the name of Kazik.
Kazik, but that's a
But
nickname.
Kazik is
Yes.
she carries so much weight on her shoulders, and
I have
and
a
it's
feeling
amazing.
that she's responsible for so many different things.
Yes, yes, and this has to be appreciated.
Yeah.
Come on, Maya.
So when you think about it, competitors are just a part of. Obviously, they are at the forefront because you can. How do you guys judge a great competition? You watch the stream, or people in the room. They just want to see nice climbing and great competitors competing. But like you mentioned, there's so many other people behind the scenes to make this event happen that it's worthwhile.
Oh, come on, Maya. I think she will get it next go. It's
was very
for
close.
women. It's a hard one.
That's a nice camera view. Yeah?
Yes.
On
You can
Slava.
just about tell
You can
how
see
bad
the-
was the edge of the hole.
You can see the focus.
Yeah, Julius was crimping.
He's looking at the clock now. Got
Yeah.
2 minutes left.
I mean, halfway through the time. Fingers crossed for Maya's successful attempt. Oh,
That's so super close.
while testing the female problem, I noticed that the left foot placement was crucial. I was putting my whole left foot on the starting volume, and then the dyno was relatively easy because I was in control.
Okay.
But a lot of our fellow testers, they only use their toe, and then Maya is using the whole foot. Yeah, left side. You
Tell
see?
me a little bit more about the men's boulder. Is that a slab or is it a vertical?
It's a slab.
It
Yes,
is slide-
it's a
yeah?
slab.
It's a slab. Okay.
It's a slab.
So he's
The handholds in the first part are basically non-existing. This has to be said out loud.
But look, that looks very good for Slava now.
Yes. Well, he
is it-
scored. Come on, you can still bail here.
Really?
Yes.
So he's got it in the right spot now.
Good.
Well done.
Fantastic. That is so good.
He's-
Maya.
you can
oh,
see that
God.
he's happy. He's so happy.
Yeah,
he's so
of
relieved.
course. Well, I mean, this
this-
is looking very good for him because
this-
he has two tops in the zone
And
right
the
now.
slab boulders tend to be the hard slab boulders are like it's not end until it's end. I mean, you need to grab
Yes.
the top hold. Look at
Come
Maya.
on, yes, there is a zone
20
for Maya.
seconds left, and so she needs to top it out in
She
this go.
is,
This is her try.
yeah, she's under
not
pressure.
gonna get into the spot again.
Look
so
at
this
this
is
body
the way.
language. She is looking desperately for a solution, but she is under huge pressure. And
this
she
looks
needs
good, but
plenty of
that's-
time to top this out,
But that's 6
unfortunately.
seconds.
There
I
is
don't
a-
think it's gonna be enough.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, look.
yeah, she knows what to do. She knew what to do, but she just
Wow.
didn't have enough time. She wasted too many tries on the dyno.
True.
And there is a little tricky part with the hold that she was pressing against with her left hand. It's dual texture. 90% of the hold has friction. 10% of the hold doesn't have friction. There is a strip of plain varnished wood on this little hold. But actually, the way your hands land on this Gaston press, you have to then match your hands. You have to swap your hands, and this strip of slippery wooden hold is exactly where you swap your hands. So it's
Little details.
it's a bastard. It's basically a total bastard. But looking at Maya now, I think the strongest of our ranking will top this boulder.
Let's see, Maria Lipkovic.
And I actually I want to see some women having a bit of trouble with topping the blocks because some of them actually looked like they were easy for them. Don't you think?
You mean all of them? No.
No, definitely not all of them, but some of the female climbers look like they didn't have
Ayala,
to try very hard.
Ayala Kerem.
And
just
they have to
stormed
try
through.
very hard to top a boulder
True.
in such a big comp.
Fedir Samoilov now.
Like Slava, you know, Slava,
Yeah, he was.
he
pulling.
was at his limit.
He was indeed. Yeah.
And was he satisfied when he
Look
topped?
at Fedir's
Yeah, come
face
on.
now.
Ah,
He's not
biting his
It's not a happy
lip.
bunny.
Yeah.
He's probably
It's a-
not.
it's a tight
he
setting,
May,
I
he
mean-
may not be very fond of the slabs as well. You know, if you, sometimes like we mentioned before, climbers tend to prefer a certain style. Some people prefer like powerful climbing. The other like more technical.
Yeah, there is a
And,
matter of preference, and there is a matter of.
to a certain extent. But obviously, if you want to do well in the comps, you need to be good at everything.
Yes.
We're getting this nice zoom of those non-existing holds there, and I'm pretty sure he's crimping his nail now.
Może wygląda to niepozornie, ale to jest naprawdę...
Well, let's just hope he's not going to rip his nails off.
Yeah, because that's what. Look at
Yes!
this. He's
Come
actually
on, man.
he's crimping the
Yes,
nail.
that is a perfect shot. Oh, I'm into
Look,
this pain.
he's actually holding this. He's crimping. Ah!
Oh, dude.
my God.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult watch, this boulder, but it has its moments. It has its moments, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you get a close-up of a guy like fighting really hard, it's definitely a highlight for me. This is something you wouldn't see if you were present at the stage.
Exactly,
right?
that was too close. So
they're
that's the
actually-
benefit of
yeah, there
the
are benefits
stream
to this.
and those variable cameras that we are fortunate to be able to use. That you get those zoom moments and closer looks.
I
at
guess
the-
it's worth pointing out that the guys who are actually holding the cameras are doing a really good
They're
job.
doing a really good
because
job, yes.
sometimes you get live
What-
streams of comps and
what
you
I'm,
hardly see anything.
What I'm lacking, and what would be great as well. I'm not saying that they should do that, but it would be great to also see the crowd a little bit, because we're watching obviously climbing.
Yeah, the
but,
crowd is sitting in the shade.
But guys, believe me or not, there's plenty of people in the room. Like
46 seconds
room
left.
is,
Okay.
The room is packed with people, and we can't really see that from here.
Come on, Maria, it's not that hard.
Okay,
Go
Fedir.
on.
Fedir looks like he's got enough. He's probably
Yeah.
gonna try once again,
Yeah.
but I think he's done for this boulder.
I don't know. Do we
He's
owe an
still
apology
gonna-
for these boulders?
No,
They are a difficult watch, but one got topped by one climber.
but, and that's
And I
enough.
think
That's enough, to be honest.
the women's problem will get topped out as well. They're just hard. I mean, they had to be.
Maria is desperately trying at least to get the zone, but yeah, unfortunately not for her. Fedir.
I have a feeling like her timing is far from perfect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay, change over, guys. Now again.
Change over.
And Ayala Kerem. Let's see if she can do the ball number 3. And Edward Gruzitis. Edwards is leading at the moment, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So he's in a very good headspace.
So he.
I mean, there
that's
is.
the idea. If he will do well on this boulder,
Yeah.
he will put himself in the perfect position.
Yes, if he tops this, he is.
Definitely.
Has he already won then? If he tops this? No.
He's got
No.
he's got
No,
two
no, no.
tops.
Although,
But then something can change on number 4. So if he tops it, we need to see the results.
Yes.
That would be great. That's why I always.
okay, Ayala. I was kind
Ayala.
of referring to her not having to try very hard. So will she have to
Exactly.
try hard? Well, hopefully. Yeah, okay, iron, hold, iron. Judging. Pick. Yes. Okay, smile on her
No
face.
flashes.
She knows what to do. No flash.
no flash.
Maybe she finally found something that she was looking for.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, eventually this
Other than the warm-up.
is hard. Okay, finally, like, had to flash 2 boulders to find something hard.
And
Go
we can
on.
see now if Edwards likes the slab formation here. His footwork.
He has good experience with international comps, I think. I had
Yeah,
a quick look at his
he's been
Instagram,
around.
and
He's been around for a while, and
I mean, he's
still,
18,
He's
isn't
still
he?
very young, but let me tell you about. He's 18 years old at the moment. He sponsors a Mad Rock and Nihil, and in 2022, which is last year, he actually came third in the European Youth IFC Europe Continental Youth Championship in bouldering in Graz in Austria, which is a great effort. And he was also second in the IFC Europe Continental Cup in Prague last year. So quite a lot of prizes under his belt already, and also in the he actually won Climbing Youth World Championship in Russia in 2021.
2021,
Yeah,
last
so
year,
2
he
years
won
ago.
Youth.
Youth World
Sorry,
Cup
2 years
Championships
Youth World Cup.
in bouldering lead and
Yes,
speed.
Ayala
So-
sticks the dyno, and now she's in for the second part of the boulder, which was intended to be demanding as well. I
So
mean,
let's-
it's not over until it's over.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And
Pinky
she's-
finger.
And she's got
Okay,
enough time. She's got
pressing
enough time
hard.
to do this.
Yeah, fantastic.
nice.
Okay.
She's happy. You can
Did she
see
have
that
to try
she's,
hard?
And
Did she have to try hard?
a little bit.
A
Don't
li-
you think?
Yeah,
Just
but
a little
can
bit.
you
but,
try
but not-
hard a little bit?
But maybe
You
she-
either try hard or you don't, man.
Are you not
Yeah.
satisfied? You think the boulders are too easy?
No. This is super tricky. I mean, boulders have to be hard enough, but it's still a show, and this is important.
Edwards very well done
Yeah.
as well. Second top on the boulder number 3, which puts him in a really
Fantastic
sweet,
for him, yes.
sweet spot for
Awesome.
this, at least for the podium, and who knows?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's already secured a podium, and he's
Podium for
in
sure.
for the win. Actually, he has a very big chance of winning this comp.
Yeah.
So in a perfect scenario, it all comes down to the final boulder.
Yeah, we'll definitely know the final results after boulder number 4.
And we have our
So let's be honest. I mean,
Last couple,
Marcus needs
number
to
3.
top it out. Marcus needs a top here.
and I know he's very determined.
If he wants to think about the podium, he needs to top this boulder. Because there's always this scenario that Edwards does nothing on boulder number 4.
Having seen him on the,
Boulders
Boulders 1 to 3,
It's hard to believe.
I think he will achieve something.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see in a moment.
Yeah.
Marcus brushing the holds now. Barbara Burczyk getting ready for the jump move. That was
Oh dear.
That was the interesting
That's
idea to go straight to
yeah.
the left hold.
Yeah, but then I think you end up having generated too much swing, and the foothold that should stop you, you have it at your waist
It's a little
height.
bit too high.
Yeah, there is
So
no
you need
way
to-
of stopping
So you
that.
need to use the swing.
Yes, you stop
Then-
the swing,
Yeah.
you slow down, generate a little bit of pendulum on the volume, and as you have swung your hips to the left, you gain the height again and stop the swing simultaneously with your foot and your hand. And the handhold is bad.
Complex the movement, right?
To
get it on the first go?
That would be very hard to get on the first go.
Marcus Nimrod, slap.
But ultimately, you
Hold
don't
number
want
3.
the competitors to get it done on the first go unless they are lucky or exceptionally talented. I mean, that's this is basically how you, yes. This really is how you get the results, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is funny. Like I haven't really said that many big international competitions, but I have said some. And watching exceptionally strong climbers, you usually divide the results by setting tricky slabs.
Yeah, because
Tricky
I know
movements.
exactly what you're saying. Because when
Because
you think
the-
about it, they're all strong. They're all like super strong. If you put something on the wall which is straightforward,
Yeah, yes.
they're all gonna do it. there need to be a mystery on the wall to set at least, instead of putting a footstep, put a big volume.
It has to include a certain element of risk, and if there is no risk in the boulder, if the boulder is revolving around just
Bending your arms,
holding holds and moving between them,
that's
they are so much better than anyone on the route setting team. Like
the room for error is
there
less.
are some very strong route setters with past in who have competed in international comps in the past, and some of them have been successful. But
Marcus doing well, and we
Marcus
can
is
see
going
that's
to
happening for
top
him.
that.
That's it. Marcus
Yes.
topping out boulder number 3.
Yeah, very good.
Which
good.
is a very good
Yeah, it's
effort because it spices up the competition
Yeah.
before the boulder number 4.
Awesome. And I think he is very relieved as well. He knows he is in
He
the
had to do
game
that,
still.
I mean-
Yes. And
He knew he
I
needs
mean,
to
there
be
was 1 minute on the clock still, so it wasn't a quick one. It wasn't an easy one.
And Basha is struggling with this kick, swing with a kick. That was a really
That
good
was
effort.
bonkers. Okay, if she holds that direct swing into that sloper, it's a slope. It's a side pull
Stop,
sloper.
it's not a big drag or anything. It's so you need to.
Okay, well,
was
she
even-
is getting
That was
closer.
even better.
Yeah.
This attempt.
I mean, I have to say, the strong ladies, the skill gap between them is tight.
well done.
Wow,
for her.
sick. Okay, awesome. That must have looked really good.
Can she do that? That's also maybe she rushed it a little bit. She thought that maybe
Well, she was
this
under
the
pressure.
difficulty, the time pressure was there.
Yeah, she was
for her.
under plenty of pressure as well.
Okay, guys, we're moving on
Okay.
to boulder number 4. We'll take this very short moment. We'll thank you again for our sponsors, Black Diamond Company, the tea wall, the manufacturer of this wall that we are seeing, the brewery, Trzech Kumpli, Polish beers, and also the drinks on lemon, Tree Camp Climbing School. As also the website, the climbing portal, the biggest climbing portal in Poland, wspinania.pl, and the entire staff of not only the mood wall but also the cube wall, which is like a brother of the mood wall. The owners are similar, the same actually, and we want to thank you all that you took part in this competition. Not only the competitors but also the spectators that moved to watch this competition, also the climbers that took part, and all of Okay, we're back. There was a short break for the odds. Look at the results. Ayala Kerem leading with 3 tops, and
Look at the number of attempts, man.
and it seems that she already won. She already won the comp because
yes.
even if she
Unless-
doesn't do
Yeah.
anything, she had better attempts for the third.
Well, yeah, but
third
if
zone.
Maya, for instance, flashes,
Let's see. Let's wait for the final result. Let's not foresee
no, I
the
think,
future.
yeah,
Edwards,
yeah, I think
Edwards
you're right.
is in a perfect spot of
Yes.
leading with 3 tops, 3 zones. Slava 2 tops, 3
Plenty of
zones.
attempts
Marcus
as well.
2 flashes. So Marcus, if he can flash boulder number 4,
I have to say, we were before the start of the round. We were talking about the perfect results, and I said, so the winner tops it all.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Second place gets 3, and third place gets 2 tops.
The routesetter's wet dream.
That's how we try to divide the field, and well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for
such a result.
Yeah, for the final 2 boulders, because I might have had quite a big impact on what they look like.
We'll see. Boulders number 4, guys.
Yeah, final blocks for this
Anna
competition.
Kozina in a moment
Hey.
with Piotr Niźnik. Can they improve their final scores? We'll know in a moment.
Going back to something you were asking me about in the beginning,
Yeah?
Was the number 2 the hardest? In a certain way, yes, it was, but
The style of it was like very crimpy and powerful.
but
I mean,
number
what
4
about,
is
what about,
also,
what about number 4?
it's extremely hard.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's.
for men. For women, it's also very hard, but I don't think it's the hardest one around.
Piotr Niźnik and Hanna Kozina.
She basically has. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Oh, if
He
you
got
manage to
that.
stick this
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
There's a 2-finger pocket
Okay.
on the left.
Awesome.
And what happens now? I mean, he needs to go there and he needs to go. Right? He needs to go again with the left and then match the right hold to keep the swing. Was that the idea?
No.
Or you go here and
Oh my God, it's quite a complex sequence, and I have a little confession to make about
there's
this,
a
this boulder.
360 on the women.
I will do it
face,
later. I will do it
face-facing
later.
crowd.
For women, yes. For women, it's the American style of climbing. It just campers through the hold on the underside of the volume.
Nice.
For those of you who can't see the quality of the hold, for the first move, it's a relatively deep 2-finger pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to hold your body weight on the 2-finger hold. And for the left hand on the second volume, it's like a little tongue type of shape. It's small, but it's very deep. So you get like most of your fingers in to the hold. And then you rotate, and
that's
then you
a nice
climb
view
into
for
the volume.
the men's first move on boulder number 4.
Okay, he had a very promising flash go, and now, yeah, so he crosses over to the zone, and now
And I was thinking
he rushed it.
he rushed it a little bit.
Rushed it. No.
Stick in this
is-
position with the
yes.
heel, perhaps, closer to the wall.
Yeah, footwork. There is plenty of space for footwork improvement.
Okay.
But most of all, I think it will be very hard for him to reach with his left hand straight from the pocket.
He received some instruction from Piotr Schab about the starting position.
Yes, well, hopefully the sequence is a little bit more complex than just going from one hold to another. But we will see. I mean, I guess the nice thing about the men's number 4, it's a very physical block, and all of these guys are physically like beyond any measure. They are very, very strong, and they like climbing in this style. If it's
And it's
relatively
also nice. I would say it's very nice to watch some. We were talking before about spectacular moves, and such moves sort of belong to such category. Like, look at what's happening on the women's.
Oh, she's trying hard.
Seen Hanna
Yeah,
Kozina
I mean that was definitely trying at her
Trying to
limit.
figure out
Yeah.
how to use her legs in this
Yeah,
sequence.
She looks a bit tired, I have to say.
Piotr
And
is
so
getting
does Piotr.
slightly tired as
Yeah.
well.
To jest twoja ostatnia próba.
Yeah.
This his last 30 seconds in this final.
Yep.
W zawodach.
But he's awarded the zone. He managed
the
to.
zone,
He's got the
yeah.
zone. So
Not a bad result, and I think it's promising for the later part as well. I think this boulder is getting top, so maybe We're in for the perfect scenario.
That's it for Piotr. Very well done. Good effort for him. The only Pole in the final just finished his competition.
Scoring a top.
Scoring a top.
Scoring a zone.
We'll see a final result. His final result after all of the others. We'll move on now to another couple. Daria Brylova will be with us in a moment, and Yuri Krasanovs from Latvia. Daria is from Ukraine, but like I mentioned before, he's been on the Polish scene for a very long time now. Very well known in the climbing society of Krakow, and not only Krakow, the entire Poland.
Still wearing that mysterious smile.
He's always smiling.
You can't really tell what she's thinking, can you?
He enjoys climbing.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna just thrash this boulder.
But you know what? I think this laid back vibe comes with age as well.
Oh, it's really.
The older you get, the more fun you get from climbing, and you're not very pressurized for the results.
Yeah.
And too much pressure is not. It's sort of, I would even say, toxic sometimes, because
Definitely.
it doesn't do you.
I mean, this is the important bit. This is the important part.
You need to have fun. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, but I was thinking about the definition of having fun, and I realized that like if you take part in big competitions and you make it to the next round, you really get to climb on some very special boulders. And if you're like passionate about climbing, this is the very rare opportunity of being able to climb on something, you know, that is on the wall for a very limited period of time.
And the problem
set specifically for this level. And it's like a privilege, and you have to work hard. And
exclusivity, because those boulders will disappear tomorrow. They will be gone. And
these boulders will be only tried by this dozen of competitors.
Yeah, and that's
nobody else. And a setting team. And so it's good to be a setter
and
as well.
To complete what you just said, then also when the expectations kick in, that's where the problem starts. Because if you expect too much from your climbing, you get too much stress as well, and the less expectations you have, the better you climb. That's your enemy. That's your biggest enemy, because you create that in your head that you need to do well, and then it just doesn't work. So you just go with the flow, keep the positive mindset. And she's trying to reach the footstep. That's quite far.
Yeah, I mean, she could just compass through it.
But is boulder number 4 the boulder that will make Ayala Kerem work a little bit more than the casual climbing?
Okay, at this stage I can admit that we...
Is that the hardest boulder?
We wanted her to try hard without trying a little bit hard. Yeah, we wanted her to go like...
We'll see, because that's...
you know...
Up until now,
on a limit.
It seems quite hard. This sequence, the campus sequence with 360.
It's the introduction. I mean, it gets hard.
It gets harder a bit later. So you're aiming for this wow moment when she tops out.
Yeah.
And the winner tops out. And
hopefully.
That'll be the ideal scenario if you get one top on the boulder. But let's finish cross for Daria. She can still top it out.
Well, Yuri's not really...
I think Yuri's tired already.
Not enjoying that first section that much. Come on. It's a bastard. It's a toe hook. I mean, if you are able to place for the women, if you're able to place a right toe hook between the two volumes, then you're good. You're like secure to go for the next sequence. But there is a little volume that's kind of covering the space where your toe would land. So it's more of a distractor. Look at this, mate. It's a decent hold, but it's not the jug.
Are you trying to say that routesetters are very mean people and they make it hard?
Yes, we have a license to be mean. Actually, we're paid to be mean.
Good,
which is good and bad at the same time.
In a way, yes.
But if it's not mean, it just sounds too easy. Yeah.
So that's another campus.
Could have done.
And only then you put your feet, right?
There are two ways around this
Okay.
sequence. Yeah.
Let's see. Next one on, Maja Oleksy. And in the men's category, Slava Krasnoperov.
Hey, fingers crossed for Maya, man. I think she's.
That's now super important for Slava, because if he wants to win this,
yeah.
he needs to top this out
Well,
and hope that.
I don't know if he. Yeah. I don't know if he has real chances of winning.
About
but,
the tries, and you would need to check the tries, the attempts to zone.
but Slava didn't. He didn't finish number 2.
But let's.
So he's in the second position right now. Yeah.
Yes, he's in the second position. So if he tops this out, that puts him in a podium for sure.
Yeah.
That's a guaranteed podium for
Yeah.
him if he tops this
Well,
out.
so let's hope he is psyched.
Let's
He
see
is
if
psyched
this,
and he
if
wants to
this-
do his best.
If the style
Yeah.
of this boulder fits him. Let's see if.
Hup.
That's very.
Ooh,
I like this move
okay,
actually.
yeah.
Because there's no way to reach it static. You need to go dynamically, and you lose the left foot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is a.
Sergei Topishko didn't qualify for the finals, but as we were setting this round,
Has he tried?
no, but we had a
Nice.
feeling that he will be in the finals, and we were like, okay, he's going to reach this.
Okay.
But because he's an exceptionally
didn't-
strong
yeah,
climber.
it didn't happen for
sorry,
him.
exceptionally tall.
Look at Maya. What she just did. Wow.
Okay, looked like she had 6 limbs for a second.
She just stormed through this first bit.
And yeah, there is a little jammy bit, and then it gets really awkward because
this is hard.
the
now.
white part of the volume is slippery.
Yeah, I tapped those holes in the corners.
Yeah, so for those of
And
you who
they-
don't know this manufacturer of the volumes, the white parts are slippery and they are actually quite big.
Is that cheetah holes? No.
No, simple.
Simple holes. Okay.
Yeah, for the ladies it's set with simple volumes, and for the men it's set with squadra holes
What a
and some cheetahs.
what a way to call your brand. Yeah. Simple holes.
Simple,
And they're far from simple.
And they actually are. It's a simple idea.
Yeah.
Oj, Slava, nie chcesz mi powiedzieć, że ta dwójeczka jest za mała.
We'll see. We'll see. Guys, I did say that before, but I think I was cut off by the axe in the middle. We are obliged to thank you all for being a part of this comp. Without you guys, it wouldn't happen. Without the spectators, competitors,
Yes.
and Maya is doing really good progress on boulder number
Bam.
4.
Come on.
Can
Maya.
she top this out? There's what, 2 more moves, right?
She is
No
fighting hard.
way,
Oh
no
God.
way.
Yeah.
That was so close. Slava managed to storm
Yes.
through this first bit.
Matching the
He's trying to match.
pocket.
Is that the way? Is that the way to match the pocket? Because I was
Yes,
expecting.
it can be done. But
Oh.
so his right hand was on the slippery side of a dual text hold. It's a volcano.
Yeah.
It has grip on the inside. It's slippery on the outside.
He
so
seems a little bit confused.
yeah, as if he wouldn't know what's expected of him on this one.
1 minute left.
Yeah.
He
It's-
can still do it, but
The next move is intended as a
costed
cross.
him a lot in
Yeah.
energy.
The next move is intended as a cross.
Maya still on the mats as well, gaining energy. She will definitely try again.
It's a hard round. I think it's fair to say that the boulders are very hard.
But that's,
But that's
big
bouldering.
international competition requires hard
Yes.
hard
Yes.
boulders. I mean, it doesn't work. With the easy
Ultimately-
boulders. Look, he's trying to match the
Yeah, come
pocket.
on.
Ouch! That would be really spectacular if he managed
Come on,
to.
Maya. Full control. Come on, man.
She's gonna finish
Oh
it now.
God, foot slip. Oh
My
mate,
God.
you just have to be.
There's only
like-
one more. We don't see that on the camera. There's only one more move, right, to the top.
Yes, and what we don't really see with the camera angle is for
Slava-
the ladies there is
Amazingly,
a
Slava
thumb.
is trying again. Look at this.
Yes! Oh no!
4 seconds.
Well-
Guys, we fair to say he left
Was
everything on
trying
this map.
hard.
He left everything here.
Yeah,
and,
he was trying hard.
And it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Edwards or Marcus to try this boulder.
Keep in mind, in a perfect scenario, this boulder only gets one top.
Yeah, and that's the idea, and that would be great if the winner topped it.
Yes.
It would be same. That still could happen in women and men's category. Let's not jinx it, but we are actually close to a perfect resetting scenario when you think about it. Maria Lipkowicz from Warsaw. She's closely attached to the Vault bouldering gym. She trains there frequently. And on the right...
Have you noticed that it's a bit of a thing in the climbing community to do a funny thing with your hair? Think of this French World Cup climber.
Oh, which one?
Light built. He was very successful. He has won some World Cups.
Oh yeah, I know.
Very talented.
The French girl. I can't
No, sorry. It's a dude. I'm referring
talking about
to
the dude.
guy. Yeah. He. Oh gosh, his name completely is in my mind.
I'm looking at the results now, and the men's. For a moment, we got them on the screen, which means that I think Slava will be on the podium, regardless of the score that will be achieved by Marcus or Edwards. But let's wait for the final results. Maria is trying the 360 move. But that's powerful as well. You not only need to crimp the whole body, you actually need to bend your biceps as well and get into this position.
I have a feeling you can kind of move between the holds with your shoulders like fairly relaxed, but maybe she's
It's a pro category, it's not a relaxed category. It's supposed to be hard.
Maybe she's experiencing like some pain on her fingers. I mean, she must have done a fair bit of climbing up until this point.
Better casual move. That looks very nice for him.
Venga! Oh god.
That's a proper swing.
That is a hard one.
It's a kick move.
Yeah, and well, the two-finger pocket.
But when I'm looking
bad.
at those guys, I can't have the feeling that Piotr Niźnik was looking really good on this move.
He was
compared to those guys.
Yeah, he is exceptionally strong climber.
He did really well on this boulder because I thought that it's not going to be difficult this part for them, and it proves to be difficult.
Yes.
So well done to Piotr for his performance on boulder number 4. Guys, we are getting closer and closer to the final results, and the Mood Masters 2023 will become a history soon.
Inevitably running to the end of this competition. I mean, there is only a few goes left.
We can only hope that a similar event next year, hopefully,
will attract
happen.
even a bigger crowd.
Exactly, that's what we hope, and more people will come from other countries, European countries.
Yeah, Feder is having.
He's
having a hard time on this competition.
He's having a good time as well. I mean, he's smile on his face, and he knows that it's coming to an end, and he will probably grab a bottle of beer very soon.
Most likely.
And that's 30 seconds away from him, so I would be smiling as well at this stage, you know. I mean, he can only try to improve his score, but was he at the zone? He was not at the zone, so he can still slightly improve his score, getting to the zone. Not on this go though, but let's see. Maria's used her heel a little bit, but you could say that she's lacking a little bit of strength for this move. And she's giving up.
Okay,
that's it for her. Very well done. Great effort for Maria. She ends up the competition with one top, as far as the results are correct on the screen. Let's see in a moment. And now we are left with only 2 couples, guys. Ayala Kerem now on the left, which is going to be very interesting to watch if she can be the one to solve boulder number 4. And Edwards, he can actually be also the only one. I mean, not the only one, because there's Marcus coming after him, but he can he's clearly capable of topping boulder number 4. Let's see if he can manage to do that in 4 minutes.
Okay, 2 tops, both of them
I'll
top.
be honest now, in which part of the screen you looking at? Are you looking
Both,
at Ayala
honestly.
or both,
No,
or
both.
Edwards?
Yeah.
I'm very interested now
Developing
in the
split vision
Ayala
skills.
Let's see, Ayala campusing this
Yeah,
part with
no problem.
ease.
No
with
problem.
ease.
Go on.
Edwards as well, actually.
Yeah.
This is gonna
Decent
be...
2-finger pocket for him.
Guys, you're probably witnessing the key moment of the competition. Because if Edwards does this boulder, he secures the win. If
Yeah.
he tops this out, he's a clear winner. Ayala, I think Ayala that
Oh,
was
gosh.
like millimeters away
Okay.
from the top.
Well, I must say she kind of looked still casual.
She did look casual, which means that she's probably gonna get to that position again.
Yeah, she will
and-
get to that position, and I think
maybe,
she will top the
and
boulder.
maybe she will top it out
Yeah.
in the very last second of her runs, which would be even more exciting for
I
the crowd.
even have a feeling that she will do it next go. And then Edwards
But that must have costed her a little bit of energy. So maybe
cost us some.
we'll see if that will make a difference in the second
Yeah.
attempt. Edwards, in the meantime, going again for the dynamic 2-finger pocket. No problem at all. And let's see what sequence he will
He
choose.
was,
Is he gonna match? Is he gonna try to match it, or he will gonna go across again?
Well, it didn't look like he was
It looked like
using
he
his
wasn't sure.
feet very well.
It looked like he wasn't sure
It's
which
a
way
decent
to go.
foothold. You have to pinch it with your feet, and then
Like with 2 heels.
you can place
reckon?
2 heels on it.
Okay.
Yeah, or like press with the right toe and both toes, both heels, like whatever suits
Okay.
you more. But it's a big pinch, and if you use your feet for pinching, then it's good.
And guys, if you feel like you missed the mood competition or you couldn't compete for any reason in this comp this weekend, there will be another competition coming actually quite soon. I'm actually talking not to the pro climbers, but maybe the more people that are involved in the relax category. There's a Easy Riders competition which is happening I know exactly the date actually, but it's actually quite soon. And that's going to be a 3-day marathon of climbing. And last year, 750 people took part in it, and it proved to be a great event. And this year, it will be...
Come on, Edwards. Yes, he reaches for the zone. And
that wasn't good enough. Yes, I have the
what a
dates.
pity.
The Easy Riders competition I mentioned before is actually on the 30th of March, which is in a couple of months, in 2 months' time. 1st of April, 30th of March, 1st of April. Get ready if you missed this comp.
Yes, there is a top on the women's 4.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Ayala Kerem
Yes, that's so good.
doing what was expected of her, and she knows she won the competition now.
24 seconds left on the clock. I think he knows what he has to do, but it's still hard. That is
And
still
it's not
hard
happening.
after this move.
It's not happening for Edwards.
Yeah, 15 seconds. He ain't gonna get it. I mean, we
He's
still
giving
have.
up. He's giving up.
We
So
still have Marcus in the box, and
he lives.
You know,
He leaves a small window for Marcus.
he leaves a small window. Yeah,
But
which
he's
is
got what? He's got 2 tops. He's got
3
He's got 3 tops and a zone.
and a zone.
He's a winner. Because Marcus doesn't have a
He
zone.
got the zone on the 4, yeah.
Marcus doesn't have a zone on number 1.
Yeah.
So I think Edwards. Let's wait
Yeah,
for the official
let's see,
results.
let's see.
But if my math is correct, Edwards could be already the winner.
I really hope Marcus can top this boulder.
But that would be great because that would mean that all the boulders were topped out.
Yeah, that's what I'm honestly hoping for.
Barbara Burczyk on boulder number 4 in the women's category. but that move could be quite reachy for Marcus, don't you think? The hand span is slightly shorter for him, but
it's a big move. It's a massive move. I'm not so worried about the first move when it comes to reach.
I mean,
I'm
for
a bit more
pocket,
worried about
the
the
pocket.
move to the pocket. Yes,
Okay.
because it's a toe hook release, and if you're a shorter climber, the swing you generate from releasing a toe hook is always greater. But then again, the short climbers, they usually carry less weight.
Okay.
So let's hope for the best,
see.
man.
That's slightly more
It was-
difficult for him because
yeah.
Barbara doing really well. This move seems to
using
be
the
difficult.
jam.
This move seems to be very powerful.
There are plenty of options in it as well.
Guys, let's enjoy this last 2.5 minutes of this final because
Yeah, it's
this
2.5
is it.
minutes
This
to
is
go.
it.
This
We've
is
been
going to be it.
with you for the last 2 hours, close to 2 hours maybe, and this final, this competition is coming to an end slowly. We will know the winners in slightly more than 2 minutes because we will wait for the official results from the judges.
Bum. Yeah, sticks the first move. Goes for the pocket and yeah, that's hard for him.
Barbara trying to get into this position again. She managed to stick the volume. Can she do this move? She can.
It's not
No.
over until it's over. She still has time.
It's quite powerful.
She still has time,
The-
but it's going to be hard to regenerate within 1.5 minutes and then give a successful burn. Yeah, that's the trick.
Marcus taking some moments to rest.
I don't know if he's particularly motivated to send this boulder. I think he already knows that it
he
didn't get a
knows,
top.
and I think he may know that the win is out of the question now.
I think yes,
And,
if his win depended on this block, he probably would have.
But without this block,
Yeah.
is he third at the moment? He
Yeah,
may be.
he may be.
Slava may be second. So he still can improve
it's-
his score. If he does the boulder, he would probably jump to the second place because Slava topped out boulder number 1 and 3, right? Let's wait for the final results. We'll see.
Yeah, and Piotrek got a bonus on this one. Would have been amazing if Nizhnik topped this boulder.
Oh, that could shuffle a bit.
Yeah,
the
that could
results,
really
yeah.
shuffle the results a lot. 30 seconds left on the clock, guys. I mean, this is going to be it. He doesn't take it too seriously. He knows he's not going to send it.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
This is it.
Maybe his own. Yeah,
Yes.
no, he's like falling and laughing
Yeah.
at the same time.
Guys, this is it. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
Marcus. Barbara still on the wall, still fighting.
Still trying.
6 seconds left for her.
3, 2,
Edvard Gruzitis,
1.
guys. Edvard Gruzitis it is, the Mood Masters champion of 2023, and Ayala Kerem from Israel taking the prize money, the biggest prize money ever that were arranged.
Was ever to be won.
Arranged in the
Yes.
Polish competition. This is what we thought. Ayala Kerem, 4 tops.
4 tops.
9
Maya,
9
Olexit, 2 tops. Basia, 1 top.
Basia Burczyk secures
Okay.
3rd place. Maja Aleksy silver. Well done, Maria 4th place. Daria Prylowa 5th. Hanna Kosina 6th.
Oh look, there's someone jumping on them M4.
Yeah,
It's
trying
swapping.
to.
That is Slava.
That's Slava.
That's Slava.
Yeah,
He did a 2-finger pocket swap
He just
And
wanted
still,
to try the
yeah.
rest of the boulder if,
Yeah.
if that would change his score.
I think there is
But
Piotr.
let's look. Yeah, Markus is actually third. So Edwards wins with 3 tops in 9 attempts. Slava 2 tops in 23 attempts. That's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot, yes.
And Markus comes third with 2 tops in 5 attempts.
It was a hard round.
It was, but I think
It
the
wasn't
results,
far from being
Perfect,
a
yes.
perfect round.
Yeah, we just lacked the tops in the fourth.
Yeah.
I mean, in women's it happened. In women's it's perfect.
It's in women's. It's
Yeah,
done.
it's
Yeah.
it's. I think overall, it's a great setting, and there's no exact results, which is the most important.
Yeah.
Right? You want to
So
differentiate.
the field division was fair.
The podium needs
more or
to be
less.
separated.
Yeah.
As long as the podium
Yeah.
is separated, it's perfect. So well done for Edward Gruzitis becoming the winner of the first round of Mood Masters 2023. And thank you guys for witnessing that, for happening, for this event taking place. And Slava,
failing
he would
still.
fall on that move. So
Yeah, I
would
mean, he
not
was going
change
halfway
the
from-
difference. So we can see
Yeah,
Piotr
it doesn't
Bunch,
matter.
commentator in the room. Now there will be probably a short break. We might be cut off in a moment because of the ads that will probably hit the screen very shortly. But there will be an awards ceremony very briefly. Because if we know the results already, because they were live and the judges were using the tablets, posting the results live, so we don't need time to count anything now because it's done
Climbing
already.
camp abroad. That's what it means.
There's some prize now which was I think there was there's a voucher for a camp that was Natalia Antoszczyk, that's the girl, and there was a draw, and she was lucky enough to win this. So one of our sponsors just gave out the voucher for a climbing camp.
Is she going to a climbing camp for free?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's an
She should
amazing,
be. She should be over the moon.
And,
So happy.
I think that was everyone that took part in the comp could win that. They were just doing a draw.
Jeśli wy macie ochotę na browary, to
Guys, at this moment we want to invite you, if you are somewhere around Krakow and you don't have plans for the evening, you should come over to Mood.
Come to the
And,
after party.
There's an after party.
There is a crew playing.
That's gonna play till the morning, and it's called
Easy.
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
Yes, they're
That's
going to
the
be
music.
playing dub techno and house music.
And a lot of dancing involved.
Yes.
And there's 4 guys that this team consists of is Peła, Robek, Libront, and Spider. Interesting nicknames, and I'm sure they will play something that will make everyone bounce till the morning, and there will be a party to remember. And from our place here, we can only invite you for next year, because I'm sure that this Okay, guys, we are back for the awards ceremony. We'll know the winners of the relax competition first, which was the easier competition, not the pro one, but the relax. And the winners. Give me one moment. We will see them in the front of us. They come out in a brief moment. Maja Półtorak, I heard that name. Is that the third place?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Because what I'm... Let's see, she's probably...
Oh no, maybe it's the 6th.
Let's
Maybe she's the last participant in the finals.
Let's see in a moment. Guys, I'll take this moment again to thank you for our sponsors like Diamond, the climbing manufacturing wall, T-Wall brand, the brewery Trzech Kumpli, drinks on lemon, climbing school Tricamp, as well as the wspinania.pl website. I już mamy, there we go. We go with the Anna Jarosiewicz, the third place in the... am I correct? Anna Jarosiewicz? No, Anna Jarosiewicz actually won the competition. That's the relax winner of the competition. Anna Jarosiewicz among the women.
The strongest of the weakest.
You could say that. It doesn't sound right, does it? On the third spot, there's Iga Garlewicz, and Maja Półtorak is second, according to the results that I have here. And among men, in a moment we should see Imro Stoffa.
Oh, Imro Stoffa.
You know Imro?
No, but sounds Swedish.
Does it? Imro Stoffa? That's,
Or maybe
very
it's just the way you said it. Yeah. Imros.
Yeah, no.
Imro, it could be Hungarian
Maybe, yes.
name. We will never find out. He will disappear in this crowd of 1,000 people craving for a heavy party, man. We will never know where he is or who he is. He didn't even turn up, you see?
So is that Jan? That's second place. That's Jan Kropiwnicki. And Jacek Malisz Jacek Malisz is the winner of the relax category.
Fantastic. Thank you for this 6th backpack in my collection of...
I think... Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But it's cutting out
I
the
think
the sound a bit.
my mic is slowly cutting off, and maybe the lack of the battery. Our stream is coming to an end, guys.
Our road is coming to an end.
Yes, we are soon gonna say goodbyes, and thank you for watching us. But let's wait for the winners. We'll present you the podium of Moodmasters 2023. We'll say all the thanks again to people involved in this competition, and then we'll switch the light off. And
Let's do that.
And mingle into this crowd and enjoy the after party.
Grab a beer or 6.
Yeah, I'm sure there's.
Yeah, it's been fun, I must say.
Yeah, the comp.
It's been pretty good.
We're waiting for the pro results and the pro winners to come out in a moment. But guys, again, if you want to visit Poland, do come next year.
Yeah, do come next year. Do come and just visit our.
I'm sure there will be a blast, and the second round might be even bigger and better. But that's thanks to you.
That's how it is.
But the problem is that if you don't come, it's not.
We
gonna
won't
be
make it any bigger.
It's not going to be bigger, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
Look
all
at this
down.
bicep.
It's all down to you guys.
Ooh.
And You reckon he's flexing it on purpose?
Yeah, I think he is. I'm sure he's certain of being in the flashlight.
There we go.
Spotlight,
Daria
whatever.
Brylova.
Yes. Okay, going from the 6th.
They
place.
started from the 6th. It was Hanna Kozina, 6th place, Daria Brylova, 5th place, Maria
Marysia.
Lipkowicz, 4th place. And we are straight to the podium now.
Dzisiaj przypadło dla Basi Burczyk.
Barbara Burczyk, 3rd place in Moon Masters 2023. Well done, great effort. This is the generation change in women's
Do you
climbing
think she
in
was
Poland.
trying like very hard or
Barbara?
very hard a bit?
Barbara or
Yeah.
she was trying
Basia?
hard. She was
Yeah.
trying hard. She could.
I think she was trying hard.
She came 3rd,
Yeah.
so she could always try harder.
Yeah.
You know, but that's being on the podium, you know, and the comp is a big comp. So I would love to be on the podium in such
Oh,
a
for
comp.
sure, for sure.
And Maya Alexis, 2nd place, and Ayala Karem from Israel is taking gold in this very first competition organized by
It's always a
Mood
bit
in
tricky when you
Poland.
organize a competition like this, and the person that wins, you can kind of see from the outside that they gave their good, but they didn't give their best, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a little tricky to make them give their best in order to win.
True,
But
true.
I'm sure all of the competitors were giving their best.
I mean, if you get into the final like this and you don't give your best, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, those are the times that you're supposed to give your best and do your 200%.
Do you think
Because
Thomas?
when, if not, then when?
Do you think Thomas is happy with Maya's performance?
Yeah, something to mention. Maya Alexei is obviously a daughter of Thomas Alexei, which anyone knows who's been involved in the climbing scene at all.
Oh, there is a bit of a tear appearing.
Yes,
Did you see that? Or maybe she
she's
just got like a bit of dust in her eye, but it looked like she was moved.
Some chalk,
Yeah.
yes. What about Burczyk, 3rd place, Maya Alexei 2nd, and we got the winner,
Ayala.
Ayala Kerem, came all the way from
Nicely.
Israel to claim the title of the first round of Mood Masters 2023.
Look
well
at
done,
that
well
buck.
done.
Yeah.
This is a great moment, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
This is the moment that we all waited for, and we know the winner.
when I was her age, this much money would have
Make
just
it-
completely blow my
I mean,
mind.
1,500 euros, it does the job, you know?
It's not little.
And it's not little. It's nice pocket money, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I heard Israel is very expensive.
Yeah. Let's hope she comes back next year to obviously
Win some more money.
defend the title, you know, and hopefully more strong women will be attracted to come over and battle to take it back from her. So we are happy. We are happy that this competition attracted international people. And we want even more of them to come. And hopefully that's going to happen next year.
Let's
Now,
hope for the best.
Jump for the men's. And in the men's, they're going to read out all of them. So that's Fedor Samoilov. And he was sixth,
looking
yes.
happy already.
He's
Yeah.
happy. He's clearly happy. And Piotr Niżnik, fifth place. Really good effort. from
Top on the
Piotr.
bonus. Yeah.
He's somewhere in the crowd. The place is packed.
Queuing
So
for the beer, probably.
the place is cramped to such an extent that it might be hard to actually get through the crowd to get into the scene. Yeah, they're still waiting for him, and so they already reading out the other ones, and he's probably going to join in a moment. Yes, we have Yuri Krasanovs from Latvia. Marcos Nimrod, third place. Marcos is on podium. He's came third in this round.
Well, it was interesting to watch him in the semis because he really looked like he came
In the
to
semis,
win
he
this
killed
comp.
it. He just smashed it, honestly. And
it really wasn't like he wasted a lot of attempts.
He
like
looked
he was
as if he
tired
was
or
climbing
something.
on a different level in the semis, which was amazing to watch because he was out of a different league.
Maybe the style just suited him more.
Slava Krasnoperov, great effort for him and second place in the Mood Masters. And we got Edward Gruzitis. He is clearly happy now. Taking this historical win for this series that's hopefully gonna last for many, many years. The first historical title of Mood Masters 2023.
Good effort.
Very well
man.
done, Edwards.
Good effort.
And again, we really hope that you're going to come back next year to defend the title, and you're much invited to do that.
Let's just build a bit of a tradition.
Yeah,
or a habit. Yeah,
we
let's
all hope
just
that
make
this,
it into
this
a
competition
cyclical event.
Exactly, this comp will take a really firm spot in the calendar. When IFSC calendar is very packed, and sometimes it's very hard to fit in a comp that would attract people without interfering with their schedules. So let's hope this comp will become one of those, and we'll see you guys next year, and the comp will be even bigger. And on our side, we say goodbyes. This is it. Thank you for being with us and watching us. Myself, Grzegorz Karolak, thank you very much, and
Kuba, thanks a
Kuba,
bunch.
Jurek.
It's been great.
And we
Hopefully speak to you next year.
Exactly.
Set for you, speak to you, yeah?
Guys, thank you very much.
Nice
and
one.
thanks to all the organizers for making it happen. Bye-bye.
Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Cheers.